Welcome back to the rest of the story. I'm going to address a couple questions that I've been asked even just lately here that I've addressed, but I figure I might as well just do a video on it and clear it up. So I figured a good gator ride where I can just sit and talk to you would be suitable. But the weather, as you guys can see, there is snow on the ground to the left of the gator here, has turned south. And I'm sure, as all of you have probably very well aware of, we have all of our oats in. We have like 2 or 3 acres of waterways to put in, but all of our new seeding is in the ground. And the day after we got it in the ground, the weather turned south. A couple days ago, this morning it wasn't so bad, but yeah, a couple days ago we were down to 14 degrees. The ground is frozen pretty hard, even in this video. The wind has been really bad, up to anywhere from like 40 miles an hour to like 20, pretty consistently the last couple days. Like the ground, as you see, it is pretty well frozen. It's not necessarily dry, but the local co-op is putting anhydrous down in the ground. Our oats are perfectly fine. It's an old story that a lot of the old timers, my grandpa has told me that for years. My dad agrees. You hear a lot of locals say it. A couple guys have even commented it. Snow actually benefits new seeding oats. I have seen it enough times where I will agree with that. If you are able to get your oats into the ground and get a few inches of snow on it, a lot of farmers will actually plan for that, and that's what we had going on here this past couple weeks. That following Saturday, the week before that, we were supposed to we put our oats in, on a Friday? The Saturday before that Friday, we were supposed to get 6 inches of snow. During that time, we were doing all that maintenance to our grain drill, but there are a lot of farmers to the east of us, probably about 30 miles, that had most of their seeding, if not all of their seeding, in the ground in anticipation for the 6 inches of snow. It's something to do with the nitrogen that the snow brings down and it puts into the ground for the oats, for the seeding. I'll believe that. It's a tale probably as old as dirt as far as that goes. None of us are concerned about the cold weather hurting the new seeding, hurting the oats. Oats are not corn and soybeans. The ground temperature has to be a certain degree before you are really safe to put corn or soybeans into the ground. Oats tend to like the abuse, I guess. A few of my farmer viewers are very much aware of this fact because they're the ones that are agreeing with me and backing me up, saying that the oats are perfectly fine. I'm not worried about them. We never were. We were just happy that we got them in the ground in a timely fashion. If you guys watched my previous video where I was talking in the tractor, our biggest concern was there was supposed to be a bunch of rain coming. That's what we were racing to get them in the ground for, was for the rain before we got rained out. Our biggest concern is getting a gully washer and washing out all of our new seedings, because as you know, we went through and we tore out all of our waterways and those new seeded strips to redo them, get them reseeded and leveled out and the way they should be again. That has happened to us in the past. Not like too extreme. I've seen some other farmers, it was probably 5 or 6 years ago, where they got all their seeding in the ground and they had about 3 foot wide ditches through their waterways because they got all of their oats in, but we had a heck of a rain. Not really something to plan for. I mean, yeah, the weatherman can be wrong 10 times throughout the day and not lose his job. Basically, I'm not too big on following the weather. I use it as more of a guidelines. Like, well, for the most part, they're saying rain, maybe sun, because more times than not, guys back me up. The weatherman can say that we're going to have rain for the next 3 days, so you hold off cutting any hay, and you don't cut hay, and it turns out to be beautiful hay-making weather, and you're sitting there kind of smoking the whole time because you're upset because you could be making hay, but the problem is they're saying rain the next day. It's happened to me, to us, more than once, and it's gone the other way too, where you had a week of sunshine, you cut the hay down. If you have to, you cut it Monday. If you absolutely had to, you can make it Wednesday afternoon. Ideally, I'd like to leave it lay as long as we can, 4 or 5 days, and you know it kind of gets you kind of get pushed back to where, oh, we got to make it because they're saying rain, or you're going to leave it sit for a few days and you get a freak rain shower. So as far as the oats go, the oats are perfectly fine. I guarantee you that. Now, price volatility. Everybody's asking me what my opinions are on the tariffs and everything with China and what it's going to do to prices. My current stance is on that is let it do what it's going to do. What are we going to really be able to do as far as controlling it? The price tanked. The price was up really sharp there a while back, not too long ago. It was what? Corn was up 14, beans were up 35, I believe. That was because a report came out that they were planning on less corn and bean acres. Then that whole Trump China thing came out. Prices tanked hard. I believe we lost most of our gains. Everyone was complaining that, oh my gosh, this is the end of the world. I read New Ag Talk not nearly as much as I used to, and I think I'm healthier for it. There's a lot of doom and gloom on that site, but I like to just jump on and see what the common consensus is and what everybody's feeling. But I was the next day or two after the prices tanked after that whole Trump tariff thing, and prices were already back up. Corn was my price target for my corn actually hit. I had a target out and it hit it. It just barely caught it, but I was kind of delightfully surprised by that. And then the same thing with soybeans. The soybeans have not recovered as much as the corn, but as far as soybeans go, they are in a slow recovery. I like volatility. My stance on that is, yeah, when the prices don't move that much, it's reassuring. Oh, I can wake up on Monday and the prices are the same that they were on Monday the previous week, or within 5 cents. That's kind of boring. It's kind of hard to market grain. Any of my farmer viewers, all farmers market their grain separately, so I'm not trying to create any grief or bump heads with anybody else that has their own opinions on marketing grain. Myself, I like the volatility. It opens up making sales as far as marketing my grain. It's kind of boring when you go from you can go a whole month and the prices stay within a 10-cent range. They call it being range bound, where corn stays between 360 and 370 for a month straight. It just kind of ups and downs 1 or 2 cents. That gets boring after a while, especially when you know that your cost of production is 15 cents or 20 cents more than what it currently is. Granted, these are all examples. These are not actual numbers. Well, the thing is, when you get price volatility where it jumps 15, 20 cents here, there, randomly, it opens up marketing opportunities as far as I'm concerned. I prefer it. Maybe some guys don't. Like Ryan, my brother, said that, the markets were on a gradual uptrend. I get that, but a very slow uptrend. Looking right now, I am a third sold on all of my new crop grain. I'm holding off on any future sales until we get into, well, we're already into April, but closer into May, see how the rest of this month pans out. I'm not really out for giving marketing advice, but as far as I'm concerned, if we do have a later spring, a wetter spring, I do believe myself that we could see a little bit of a uptick in corn prices, for the simple fact of the market trying to buy corn acres and keep too many people from putting in their corn acres and switching over to soybeans, because then that could have a pretty negative effect on soybeans. So there's pluses and minuses to it. And as always, we usually have some way, shape, or form of a weather rally every year. It's not really something that is guaranteed that you want to plan for. But I tell you what, it's happened the last 3 or 4 years where the prices have spiked late May, June, July. Um, Looking back, I could have made some pretty decent sales if I was just a little bit more understanding of the markets. I don't market my grain the same as I used to. I've only been doing what I've been doing now for just about a year, and I've done better as far as marketing. All of my current sales for my corn and soybeans, yes, believe it or not, all of my current sales for this new crop, 18 grains, my lowest sales for 2018 fall grain sales are higher than my best grain sales for 2017. Um, when you're selling at a profit, you can't ever go wrong. Grandpa said that for years. Grandpa only sold, well, he only sold what, $6 corn like once or twice. It was what, 6.11 or something like that, and he's like, that's the first time in my life I've ever done that. And we went through the whole drought thing, but we never really sold that much corn through that drought year. So I do not want to see $7 corn. I do not want to see $17 soybeans. That will have a severe negative impact on us. It just will. I'm okay with $4 cash corn and $11, $12 soybeans. I really am. So I'm making money. I'm happy. I'm living the good life. I'm going to start delving into raising beef cattle again, building up a cow herd. That's a whole different monster in itself when it comes to income and profitability. But as far as the whole prices lately, I'm going to end this. As far as the prices lately, people wondering what my opinions are. I don't know, volatility is a good thing, at least currently. I mean, I've been able to make some sales from it, so I'm not really worried about it long term. I'm not looking to really spark any debate either. That's just my current stance on it. It could change tomorrow, but I just want to address some of the questions and concerns that you guys have, because some of you have really were concerned about our soybean, or not our soybean, our new seeding. So that's it for this. I hope you guys enjoyed the gator ride, but I'm gonna head back outside and get back to work. So take care, take it easy, keep in touch. I will talk to you guys tomorrow.